Hey, what's up guys? It's Victor here from Cyborg for Life, and today I'm going to address the elephant in the room, the cost of leg lengthening surgery. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of DMs, questions, comments from a whole lot of you guys asking, hey Vic, why is the leg lengthening surgery so darn expensive? Well, we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about what is the cost, like what type of range of the price are we talking about? And we're going to talk about, does insurance cover it or not? I think we know the answer to that already. And then are there any solutions to this high price tag? And then finally, I'm going to give my thoughts on the whole thing, okay? So first off, why is the procedure very expensive? Well, I think we got to look at the big picture here, guys. Like, what are you gaining from this whole procedure? You're getting taller, right? Well, that is an extremely desirable outcome. I mean, think about it. Like, you know, if I don't know the statistics, but if you ask a lot of people, more often than not, they're going to want to be taller. And these doctors and tech companies that make the devices that make the surgery possible, they understand this and they're going to monetize off of it. I mean, you can't blame them. If you were in their shoes, what would you do? Like, you'd want to make money too, right? A lot of it. I mean, think about an exotic sports car. A lot of people want it, but not a lot of people are going to get it. And the companies know that. So it's because of the high price tag. I mean, it's also because it's very involved. I mean, think about what they're actually doing here. They're breaking your leg and making you taller. That is like playing God. That is like a magic trick. So in my mind, I would think that that procedure is really involved and it's going to be pretty pricey. So that's why it's so expensive. Now let's talk about the actual cost of the procedure. Well, from what I found, the average price of the leg lengthening surgery is around $80,000 here in the US, the United States. I live here. Now I know a lot of you live across the world, different countries and continents, and it's going to depend on where you get it done. But here in the US, it's between $60,000 and $100,000 plus, average being around 80. You know, and that is like a solid college tuition, a good college tuition at that. So it's a serious investment, okay? Does insurance cover it? As of yet, I know of no insurance company that will cover a cosmetic height lengthening procedure. So unfortunately, the answer is no. Unless you have a height imbalance like I did. I was roller skating when I was young, 11 or 12, broke my left tibia at the growth plates. It never grew to match the right leg. I had bad back and hip problems, scoliosis, and the insurance company saw that as a health condition and they did help cover the procedure. But besides that, if your goal is to just get taller, then the answer is no, unfortunately. Are there any solutions to this? Well, just today, Dr. M over at Height Lengthening on Instagram, he posted a video. Okay guys, so this is the Height Lengthening Instagram page. Hey, look at that, that's me. All right, so this is the post that Dr. M made. Seems like...
Hello everyone, and welcome to Dr. M's Tip of the Day. A lot of people have been asking me about the finances of the height lengthening procedure. Now I understand that it's a fairly expensive procedure to do, and there are people with financial hardships that would like to have this procedure done and can't afford it, which is very understandable. However, I think after the procedure, the benefits really outweigh the amount that it's going to cost to have the procedure done. Now, if you do have financial hardship, there's a company called Care Credit, which you can look into, and we can offer you, for you to contact them to see if they can cover some of the costs of your surgery. So it's kind of like they're giving you a loan, but it really depends on what your credit is like. So when you come in for your consultation, we can definitely put you in touch with Care Credit and see if you could qualify for them.
There's this company, Care Credit, and if you guys have good credit, they can put you in touch with them, and if you're approved, they will help you finance the procedure via a loan, okay? So they kind of like paying off a tuition of a college. So I would hope that all of you could be approved and get the surgery done, that want to get it done. But again, I'm not sure. You'd have to talk to them and have your consultation to make sure you're healthy in the first place. Okay. Besides that, are there any other solutions? I do have one up my sleeve, but I can't say anything about it yet. I don't know enough about it. I'm not confident that it can manifest itself just yet. So, but when I know more, I'll let you guys know. What are my thoughts on this whole thing? What are my thoughts about the price tag of this surgery being so expensive? Well, first off, I wish for all of you who want to get it done, I wish the price tag could be lowered. The barrier of entry could be lowered so that you guys who want to get it done and are willing to, be brave enough to go through the procedure, the pain, the rehab, recovery, and the mental stress, you could handle it and go through it and see happiness on the other side. I really wish. But in this world, I've learned that wishing does no good. So the other side of me thinks that ever since I graduated from my master's program, a couple of years ago, and I did biomedical sciences, if anyone wanted to know. I was actually on the path to become a doctor myself and become an orthopedic surgeon, go figure. But anyway, I'm in the healthcare field now. I work with, senior care and physical therapy. I'm also a fitness coach. But the thing is that a lot of the customers and clients that I deal with, that I come across, the prices of our products and services are usually not ideal, or not typically ideal for a lot of them. So it's my job as the service provider to explain to them their problem and to kind of dig out their pain and help them realize that if their pain of their problem is greater than my cost of my service or product, then they should be a candidate to, opt in and buy it. Okay? And they usually agree because of the fact that it is. If not, then it's not for them. Okay? So in you guys' situation, this is how I'll phrase it. If your pain of your stature of being short, your low self-esteem, your pain of not having a lot of confidence, your pain of being overlooked, being vulnerable, being, not heard, if that pain is greater than the cost of the leg lengthening surgery being upwards of $100,000, then you could be a candidate for getting it done. Because guys, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was younger, when I broke the leg, the lower left tibia, and a year or two later, when, I was still in puberty, I was hitting puberty at the time, I was like 13, 14, and my right tibia was growing really well, but my left wasn't. I just wanted to get taller. Like, I noticed that I started putting shoe lifts in my shoe. I mean, I remember I went online and bought a shoe lift that had these little bumps on the bottom of it, and one in the middle of like the heel, or the the arch of my foot, that said it would stimulate the growth hormone in me and make me taller. Something stupid like that. But and I bought it. My parents found out and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I went further than that. I would go to the Walmart and buy shoe lifts and arches and stuff and stick them in my shoes, and I would feel the pain at school all day just from having so much crap in my shoe just to be taller. Okay, and I did this every day. I would do it during workouts. Okay, like when I was working out, I would do this stuff and my foot would be in so much throbbing pain. Then I finally found a place called American Healers that they built up the shoe, but I looked like, I had one shoe that was super built up, the other one was like kind of flat. It was a solution for working out, but when I went home again and I walked barefoot at home, it was hurting. Like the back, the pain, the scoliosis, joints, all that stuff started hurting again. When I was on the beach with family and friends, like I tried to stick like foam padding in my sandals so I could try to feel a little taller on one side. Because for those who don't know much about scoliosis, you're only as tall as your shortest leg. So that means I was as tall as my short leg, but my tall leg had to kind of like compensate. My back had to kind of compensate, and I was getting all kinds of problems. So every day was like this for years, all the way up until like through high school when I did track and field, long jump and triple jump, sprinting. I was running on this crap, okay? And into college, I was like, when I finally graduated from college, I was sitting down and I was watching this video and I saw the Elizarov technique and that this girl got taller, and I was like, man, this is amazing. And my eyes lit up. It was like Christmas Day, just seeing that TV show. And I was like, man, I don't care what I have to do, but I have to get this done. I was willing to get the Elizarov technique done. That's how bad my pain was. Like, I was willing to go through all that scarring, And I guess it was more painful and, you know, embarrassment of having this huge astronaut-like looking thing around my leg just to solve my pain. I didn't care about the scars anymore. I didn't even care. I wanted that pain gone of just having to like put stuff in my shoes and try to feel like I was balanced out and get rid of the other pain, like the back and stuff like that. That's how bad my pain was. And luckily, the insurance was, when I finally figured out that in 2012, when I was part of the research pilot study of the precise nail, part 1, now you guys have stride and all that fun stuff. I was part of the study at Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, and Dr. Janet Conway did the surgery, and basically I got near 2 inches in height, and after the surgery, immediately I could tell when I started to put my foot, when I was done the distraction phase and my foot was touching the ground, I knew right then that I was so happy. I was like, I don't care, my leg still hurts from the surgery and the therapy and all this crap, and I was so happy that I had my height. You understand? Like, yes, I was only about 5'9" from the surgery, like 5'7", from 5'7" to 5'9", 2 inches, whatever. Maybe that's only just barely average height. But my pain of not having a balanced leg and gaining 2 inches of height to make me feel a little taller was gone. And I felt so happy. So I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything. I'm just trying to tell you my story. And the thing is that when my pain was gone, I just knew that this was the best thing in the world for me. Like, it built so much confidence in me. I was like, this is it. It was worth it. Now I have to go through some therapy, and it was an unknown world because I never knew. I just went through a voluntary surgery. They went through my patellar tendon. I didn't know if I would be able to squat properly. You know, I had to stretch out Achilles tendon. A lot of the stuff people were telling me, you might get back to it. Dr. Conway was pretty confident that I could get back to bodybuilding. I didn't know I would be 100% again. So but that pain, okay, of me not being balanced in leg height was so much that I was willing to sacrifice my potential bodybuilding career, okay, scarring or whatever else, other complications that could come from the surgery just to get that height and balance that. So if you understand, I went on a little tangent, I know, but if you understand what I'm saying here is that if your pain is greater than whatever the cost is, the risks are, you know, the time that you have to invest, all that stuff, then you probably are a candidate because your happiness is worth it. In this world, we only get one life and your happiness is worth it. So, hey guys, that is my thoughts on this price of the leg lengthening surgery, okay? So it is what it is right now. I do have something in the works. I can't say anything about it, but hey, if you found this video valuable, go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe because we're gonna have more videos come your way. Head over to the site, cyborgforlife.com. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast newsletter so you can know when a new one drops. I'm going to be putting out the first one. I think we're going to be shooting it Thursday evening, so I'm trying to put it out Friday. If I can edit it and everything by then, I'm going to let you guys know who are on the email list and probably on here as well. And then, yeah, if you can share this video with anybody else. And also share your comments below about what you think about the price of the leg lengthening surgery. I know it's outrageous. I really, really do. But if you can, I would have done anything. I would have done anything to get that done. Even if the insurance didn't cover it, I would have found a way to make some money, to borrow money, to do it, to get it, okay? Because that pain was great. It was great. And could I have lived with scoliosis? Sure. I could have lived with shoe lifts for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? But my pain may be slightly different than yours because, again, I didn't need to be 6'2", okay? And I knew I probably would never have done that. But just gaining 2 inches, feeling that little bit, boosting me to average height, and helping me fix my scoliosis and painful joints, my pain was solved, and that made me happy. Will yours? All right, guys, until next time, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life. Talk to you later.